A very good morning to you, as usual. So, finely tuned with the winter in Delhi, not much problem. Finely tuned with winter in Delhi, no problem. No problem. Hmm? गर्मी हो रही है. Sunlight is more or it is temperature is more. Hmm. So you are using cold water, not hot water. Hot water, cold water. Brave person. So actually, I was seeing some of the topics which are important to understand the civil society, the education, the health topics. These topics are related to the things that you have discussed so far. So, for example, what is the difference between presidential and prime ministerial form of government, or parliamentary form of government? Then, what is constructive motion of no confidence? It's of German. Then disqualification of MPs oblique MLAs under Article 102 and 191. Then the types of elections, that is proportional representation system, single transferable vote, first past the post, two ballot system, list system. Then CAT, then death penalty. So these are the topics that we will try to discuss today, or up till we may extend it up till tomorrow. Remaining one. Yes or no? Did we discuss it earlier, or some dictation? No. And also comparison among constitutions. And also between administrative systems. Okay. So we can begin with presidential versus parliamentary form of government. Fine. आप लोगों की कॉपियां तो मैंने चेक कर ली हैं, बट रोज मैं उन्हें बैग में रखना भूल जाता हूँ. इफ़ यू वांट कि मैं हल्के हल्के स्कैन करके आपको भेज दूँ, दैट इज़ पॉसिबल. यहाँ से जाने के बाद, घर पहुँच कर. कल भी लाना भूल गया एंड टुडे ऑल्सो. So if there is a question in the examination that we are fed up with the coalition form of government, wherein the government is worrying for its own survival rather than survival of the nation. Government has nothing to do with the people's welfare. They just want to inflate their tummy more by eating more chicken and paneer. So we should have a new system altogether so that all should get the share of the fruit, not the one person. So the benefit should not be privatized, but it should be generalized. The losses should be privatized by these people, but not be given to the poor people. Yes or no? Losses should be given to the minister. Benefits should be given to the people. But in actuality, what is happening? Reverse of it. Yes or no? Something not good. Now, if you talk about the presidential form of government and the parliamentary form of government, what is the difference that you know it? You know all about the differences. Okay. So parliament means legislature only. Parliament or legislature. So the members in the government are coming from this. So separation between legislature and executive is not there in the parliamentary form of government. Yes or no? So the prime minister is either member of Lok Sabha or of Rajya Sabha. Whereas in case of presidential form of government, the Congress in US is the parliament here in India. In general, both are legislatures. So the people who are member of the legislature are becoming part of the government. No. So there is a complete separation of power, especially between legislature and executive. It means the parliament or the legislature there is not contributing into the government in the presidential form of government. Understood? Now, from this only, there is another point that once the members are not coming from the legislature in the government, then they will not be responsible to the legislature. They will rather be responsible to the president. To the president. Here, the government is responsible to the prime minister, to the president, or to the parliament. Government means the council of ministers is responsible to the parliament. Maybe one particular member is responsible to the president. One particular, so prime minister being an individual person is responsible to whom? The president. Whereas the entire council of ministers or the cabinet is responsible to whom? The parliament. No? So what is council of ministers? Okay. So prime minister, the first rank of minister means cabinet minister. The second rank of minister, minister of state. The third rank of minister, deputy ministers. This is what? From here to this place, council of ministers. So you know prime minister, you know education minister, you know health minister. Yes or no? You know defense minister. Minister for External Affairs. These ministers are teammates. Who is the captain? Prime Minister. Yes or no? And this team is called as what? Council of Minister. But the most important minister, the senior most minister along with Prime Minister, called as cabinet. In the cabinet, senior most ministers, you see the closest to PM, we are having the senior most minister, the cabinet ministers. So as a body, council of minister, which is also called as government, is responsible to whom? To this Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and president. The legislature is known as parliament here. Is responsible to the parliament. Whereas such structure wherein president is at the core in US, the entire structure is not responsible to this. This entire structure is responsible to the president, because the legislature and executive both are separate because of separation of power. It means the responsibility will be lying with the executive only, the captain of the team. This is the fundamental difference. Then the third difference, in this form of government, the regional political parties, individual candidate, the national political parties are contesting the election, and the election process is called as first past the post system. What this system is all about? First past the post. Have you seen lamp post? Lamp post in your childhood, it looked like this. This is the lamp post, and you guys are here. So who will touch this and will come back, will be given chocolate? Lamp post. And who is also passing it? There is a dog, right? And will bring the dog also. Will be given these many chocolates. So who has passed this lamp post is the winner and coming back. So what is the minimum time that one can pass the post? This lamp post is not known. So for example, 100-meter sprint, like the Usain Bolt or Maurice Green's record, sprinter, I think 9 seconds. 9 seconds? No? So if you will participate, you may have record of 8 seconds or 80 seconds. No? 8 seconds or 80 seconds? 80 seconds ज़्यादा सही लग रहा है. So we may not know. We may not know if a fighter jet is also taking part in this race. So maybe 2 seconds. Yes or no? No. If in the full Mach speed, 1 Mach or 2 Mach means is speed of sound. Is 3. Light speed is 3 into 10 to the power 8. 8 what? Meter per second or kilometer per second? Meter per second. Then sound 350 kilometer per second is 1 Mach. No. One Mach is equal to, अरे यार तो it's a normal question, it can be asked in prelims. 500 पे तो ट्रिन भी दौड़ लेती. आई थिंक इट शुड बी, देखो एक बार गूगल पे चेक करके, मेरे को भी मन में आए. 1 2 oh that way 1000, more than 1000. 1 2 3 4, it's easy to remember. Anyway, coming back. So first past the post, it means whosoever will be scoring better in terms of securing relatively more number of vote will be the winner. So for example, 100 voter, yes or no, 90 voter were sleeping, only 10 voter turned out, as if something good will happen if the government change is there. These are the rickshaw pullers who are voters. Actually we are sleeping in the house. So out of 10 there were 5 candidates, one candidate got 2 to 3% of vote is the winner. You understood this? So the winner or the victory is in proportion to the majority of vote or plurality of vote. Plurality of vote, not the majority. Majority means what? 50% of the valid votes. You're getting my point? So I can write here plurality of vote because of FPTP, multi-party competition, multi-party democracy. India is not a problem at all. But here in this system, when proportional representation system is followed, wherein the victory is possible not on the basis of plurality but on the basis of majority, the individual, the regional political parties, means state parties, are not allowed to contest the election. And that is why in US there is two party system, only two political parties. They contest the election, and that is why the majority principle. Either of them will be the winner, or there will be a tie, 50-50. 50.1%, 49.9%. You're getting my point? So the difference I'm just telling you. Now, if you need to understand that the presidential form of government, the tenure is fixed or it is dynamic. Dynamic means the instability, the toppling down of the government is possible or not. In the presidential form of government, it is not possible. There is a fixed tenure until unless the president is impeached. The fixed tenure is 4 years. 4 years. But in India, wherein parliamentary form of government is there, the coalition form of government, coalition means groupism, means the political parties are making a front group, right? So coalition form of government, then what will happen? Someone will take out from the group. So this is the kind of thing I have earlier drawn this, like one person is carried for the last pyre. Is pyre or pyre? क्या होते हैं? So what happens to the dead body there in your place? Graveyard or cemetery? Okay, the burial of the dead body. But here the dead body is being burnt in the field, open field. So if the person is taken for his last rite on the four shoulders, this is coalition form of government. But the person is alive and the person is withdrawing, one of the person, then what will happen? Then another person is invited to form the to give the support, required support, and if support is not there, then again the election will take place. You are getting my point or not? So This is the fundamental difference between two forms of government. But now the question is that, do we need to change the parliamentary form of government to the presidential form of government or not? Then why? And if not, then what should be done? आपने आंसर तो दे दिया नो, but what should be done and why it should not be changed? Hmm. 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 And anything? Now here, the diversity, the plurality of vote when the individuals, the regional political parties, means the state political parties are allowed to participate in the national election. It means the heterogeneous, the diversity, the kind of different language, culture are represented in the government. That is good part. It will be a denial fact in the presidential form of government. Then another first past the post system is relatively the easiest type of electoral system is practiced in India, given the kind of limited education, the literacy, tribals, right? Aboriginal sometimes, the primitive groups. So they are able to understand at least the symbol. Symbol is only the thing, apart from that the name is there, even the braille system we are using. And other systems are relatively more complex. Then we have come a long way practicing this system, and for the sake of change we are changing it. It's not the uh, the kind of visible thing, but rather what we need to do, we need to have certain reforms in the existing system, that is the parliamentary form of government. But that, what is that, you can say, the wisdomful thing that we can bring to plug the loopholes in this existing system. The biggest loophole is that the unnecessarily the opposition is bringing down the coalition form of government. The horse trading is there. Horse trading means the MPs and MLAs are sold. They can switch over from one party to another party. There's a political engineering also, right? Anti-defection law. Defections are more. To keep it away, to keep such greedy factors away, we need to adopt a German concept called as constructive motion of no confidence. Now, if there is a 10 marker question that what is constructive motion of no confidence? In this, what happens that two bills or two motions are introduced simultaneously. First is no confidence motion. Another is confidence motion. And it is brought by whom? By the opposition. By the opposition. So there will be three cases possible. If no confidence motion is brought, means what? I am expressing no confidence in this government, so this government should go. The government is not functioning. If I got failure or I did not get success in getting this no confidence motion passed, it means what? The government is enjoying the confidence. It means the government should not be removed or scrapped. So number one case that I have got it passed. And the confidence motion for expressing the confidence in the opposition to provide the alternative government, that is also there on the part of the opposition as part of its responsibility. If this is also passed, it means what? You have sufficiently demonstrated that the existing government is not enjoying the confidence of the house, number one. Also, by passing the confidence motion, you have provided the alternative government. The government will change. The elections are not held. We are not going into the election. We are doing all this drama within the legislative house, because conducting election is a costly affair. We don't have time, we don't have energy, we don't have money also. And frequent election will result into what? More and more corruption. Elections are the biggest source of corruption, biggest source. Now, second, what may happen, that they are able to get it passed, but this is not passed. Then what? If no confidence motion is passed, means the government has lost the confidence of the house, it should go. But the opposition failed in providing the alternative government. So it means the government will continue. You understood? Another thing that this is the new concept, because 50-50 पे आ गए हम, 50-50 पे आ गए, यही तो बात है, 50-50 पे ही है एटलीस्ट. तो ये वाली जो गवर्नमेंट काम कर रही है पहले से, उसका मोमेंटम भी है. द मोमेंटम इज ऑन because the government is doing the work and there is a momentum. So why we need to give this power to the equal partner? At least one should show some more weight in comparison, right? This is a concept, basically technical concept. Now another thing, that no confidence motion, they have not got it passed, means the government is enjoying the confidence in the house, it has been shown, but it has also been passed. They are providing another alternative, another form of government, means another man will lead the government, another political party will lead the government. There will be a change or no? No change, no change. Did you understand? So it means hmm? कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन कैसे पास हो जाएगा? सो 50-50 में दोनों पास हो रहे हैं, दोनों ही पास हो रहे हैं, एंड दो पॉसिबिलिटी है. Yes or no? That is how it is. Did you understand this? The only, and it has been the two list system. Apart from this, I will just be covering it just after this topic. It has been recommended by NCRC WC, means in two list system what happens, that if the two top notch candidate, they are not able to form the government who have secured maximum number of vote, then rather than conducting the election, another candidate who is second in the list and from other party who is second in the list, they are allowed in the election. So the time, energy and money is saved. That's how it is. Did you understand this? So constructive motion of no confidence is the only solution, so that the coalition form of government is not brought down unnecessarily by the opposition. अभी आएगा ना, I'll tell. यहाँ तक की बात समझ में आई? Can we write about this? for the speaker post, you are saying is right. Here in India, who is a speaker is coming from the ruling political party most of the time, but what one is not acting neutrally, is pro party from where one is coming, maybe the current scenario, maybe the previous scenario. So how to have the neutrality of this person, because the person is showing, you can say, favor, or you a kind of tilt towards the political party. Why? Because of the career. What after a speaker post, the term is over. So if you are giving the guarantee to the speaker that in the next election your constituency will go unrepresented, or you can say will not be, the other person will not be allowed to contest from that constituency, you will be able to contest the election only, then you will be victorious. Means 5 years you are serving as a speaker, for next 5 years your tenure is also secured, not as a speaker but as a member of the house, then you are neutral. So for example, the neutrality is imparted through charged expenditure to the president office, and also through the very hard process called as impeachment, and the very government has brought a person so that a president, a person not interfering into the business of the government. That is why they want to have a rubber stamp. Yes or no? So that's how certain reforms. Please write. In a presidential form of government, in a presidential form of government, the president is the real executive who is elected directly by the people इसको रनिंग में लिखना है तो ज़्यादा बेटर होगा वैसे तो, मीन्स इन द रनिंग पैराग्राफ। एनीवे, real executive who is elected directly by the people for a fixed tenure, for a fixed tenure, and one is not responsible to the legislature, and chooses the member of council of ministers, who are not member of legislature, comma, and they are responsible to the president, and not to the legislature. Full stop. Whereas in parliamentary form of government, the real executive power lies with council of ministers, headed by PM, and such government is responsible to the legislature. Such government is responsible to the legislature. The next paragraph. The parliamentary form of government is more suitable to India, since members of COM means Council of Ministers, since members of COM are drawn from the legislature, which is a miniature nation, which is a miniature MINIATURE, miniature nation in assembly, comma, it ensures better representation. It ensures better representation almost from all heterogeneous population. Full stop. In addition, it also provide direct, continuous, concurrent control, direct, continuous and concurrent, CUNCURRENT, concurrent control of people and parliament, over the executive, which is preferable to the periodic control present in presidential form of government. The next paragraph or point. The parliamentary form provides for close cooperation, and coordination between COM and Parliament, between Council of Ministers and Parliament. Which ensures close cooperation and coordination, which ensures smooth functioning of the government, in the same point after full stop. On the other hand, comma, the presidential form involves complete separation of power, between executive and legislature, which may lead to clash in form of deadlock over passage of bills, passage of bills and budget, causing constitutional crisis. The next point. The parliamentary form of government involve direct election to the legislature only and not to the president office and not to the president office. Full stop. In case of presidential form of government, comma, because heterogeneous nature of Indian population, and existence of large number of political parties, comma, a single leader may not be able to get necessary majority in the election by breaking through the barriers, BARRIER, barriers erected by language, religion, caste, region, etc., comma, and it may involve more than one round of presidential election. Full stop. Further, parliamentary form of government provides for incorporation of simplest form of electoral system, namely first past the post system, which is suitable to India, having a significant percentage of illiterate population, The next point or next paragraph. The Indian people are more familiar with parliamentary government form since Morley Minto reforms 1909 and this form of government is a success in independent India in India, and people associate democracy with it. Democracy with it. Next paragraph. Often, often means often. Often, political instability is given as a strong reason to switch over to presidential government form, but hung parliament, hang third forms hung parliament, and political instability are more because of diverse population diverse population and non-fulfillment of regional aspirations of people. Non-fulfillment of regional aspirations of people, and as a result, more and more regional political party emerges. More and more regional political parties emerge. Full stop. Handling in the same point. Handling political instability within the present system within the present system which is otherwise successful, comma, is preferable to adopt presidential government form. Presidential government form which is alien to Indian people. Alien, ALIEN, strange, alien to Indian people. Let's stop. Incorporation of constructive motion of no confidence and promotion of healthy coalition culture may provide betterment to the existing system. All we need to do, full stop, all we need to do is an amendment to the Lok Sabha rules of procedure. Rules of procedure. Now put the heading constructive motion of no confidence. It's a German concept. It's a German concept. And under this system, the opposition in parliament introduce two motions, which are put to vote simultaneously, which are put to vote simultaneously. Two motions which are put to vote simultaneously. Full stop. The first motion express lack of confidence of the House in the government. And the second motion express confidence of the House in leader of opposition. Full stop. If both the motions are passed by the House, if both the motions are passed by the House, it amount to the House voting the present government out, and electing next PM. Full stop. Thus, the opposition not only succeed to vote out the government, but also it provided an alternative government, ensuring political stability. Next paragraph. On the other hand, if first motion is defeated, then it means COM has proved his majority. And then second motion become COM or government has proved his majority or its majority. Then second motion become ineffective or infructuous, infructuous, or irrelevant, so old government continue in office. Then third point, the third possibility is that the first motion is passed, but second one is defeated, which means the government has lost the majority, but opposition has failed in providing alternative government. Let's stop. In this case, the old government will continue in office despite losing confidence, in absence of in absence of any alternative government. Full stop. The basic objective of this concept is that the opposition cannot irresponsibly bring down the government and cast political instability when it is not in position to form an alternative government. When it is not in position to form an alternative government. Right? समझ में आई यहाँ तक की बात? Okay. Now, the types of election we can see. This time there may be a question in prelims from types of election. And if there is a question in prelims, consider the following. Consider the following. Developed countries must have FPTP and presidential form of government. DED means developed country. Then developing countries must have proportional representation system and parliamentary form of government. Parliamentary form of government is based on majority principle of election. Presidential form of government is based on plurality principle of election. Now A, B, C, D all are correct. 1, 2 correct. 3, 4 correct. None correct. Anything that you want to developing any word that is not understood by you? Hmm? क्या कर दिया? Easy question? No? What is the answer? Hmm? D. D. हाँ जी. हैं? A. D. B. Not understood. What's the doubt? Hmm. No, I am just making it more complex. और कौन सा रह गया? Which option? Previously the answer was D. Answer was D. None was correct. Now, I don't think that such hardship will be there in the question, but still. Huh? Now, this such a questions can be solved only by rule of removal. Means extremely wrong sentence. Which one is wrong? Hmm? 3 and 4 are wrong. It is going for this, it is going for this. Majority and plurality. No? Ah, a mandate. So out of this, we have the pros and cons that why must proposition should be there for a particular form of system. We have the bet to make. Developed country must have FPTP and presidential form of government. Means was India, if becoming developed country, will be switching over to the presidential form of government? No. And if India is having parliamentary form of government, then we are very happy. No, we are not that happy. And Pakistan is having the presidential form of government and prime ministerial form of government, and then they also don't know sometimes that what type of government they have. Dictatorship, the coups, COUP, coup means, takta palat in Hindi. Yeah. So these two are correct. If there is no option, just to make you clear, because if the question is saying that no, it's a time that we need to have presidential form of government, convince me. Okay, that's convincing. We have horse trading, we have colorable legislation, we have so many defections, right? The Election Commission of India is not able to conduct the elections. Many by-elections are there, the murder, criminalization of politics, right? Many more things. Then we can say yes, presidential form of government, yes. Yes or no? If they are asking us to convince, then we will convince them. Okay? Well, just to make you, you know, with more clarity and sharpness. That's how it is. Hmm? No, hurried but buried वो तो जुडिशरी में आता है. No, 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 no. That is prime ministerial form of government and parliamentary form of government. Types of government is a different concept you are diluting here. So prime ministerial form of government means, what is he saying, that in comparison to this government, the previous government under Dr. Manmohan Singh was a government which was not decisive in nature because coalition. But today clear cut leadership is there. What Modi ji has told means government has told the same. Modi but the government but the Modi. So this is prime ministerial form of government. Such government was seen in form of the then lady also. Lady Prime Minister. Clear cut. But before that, when Mrs. Sonia Gandhi could not become PM and she wanted a person to represent her, so then a kind of relatively, humble person, not humble in that sense, but in the sense that one is not that assertive in front of the leader of the political party, right? So in history, two instances have been uh, held so far. So for one case of one is the case of Lal Bahadur Shastri ji, and another case of Dr. Manmohan Singh. And two most assertive leaders from the present political party we have seen, of course, there are two only so far: Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji and Modi ji. Okay. Proportional representation system जनरल इलेक्शन में कैसे होगा? टू पार्टी सिस्टम बना के, the way president elections are held, we will be having PRS and we are going to see it just now. ठीक है, कैसे होता है देखते हैं. So in the types of election, नहीं किया था. Types of elections नहीं किया है कभी भी. But yes, you have covered presidential form of president election and also that way, but you don't know two list system, two ballot system. But even you don't know FPTP also, right? So पढ़ लें थोड़ा सा. Okay. Now if we talk about first past the post system, in this list you may also note one more thing left. God, ये कुछ ज़्यादा ही नीचे हो गया. ओके, एक्चुअली ये कुछ ज़्यादा नीचे चला गया था। वाह, इधर अपन सिविलाइजेशन स्क्रिप्ट, Harappan civilization, it looks like it. Huh? It is not. So I was saying about this list. So one more thing you may write here. Types of majority. One more thing you may write here. Separation of power. Then constitutionalism. Separation of power basically is a different concept altogether. Montesquieu. I'll cover it. Okay. So we have covered this, and we have covered this, and we are here. We have to cover this also. So first past the post system. You know that the candidate represent the constituency, and when they are elected they represent the people and the constituency in first past the post system, and the victory of a particular person is on the basis of plurality of votes, not on the majority of votes. And the heterogeneous population is represented because the regional political parties, the national political parties, the individual candidates all are allowed to participate in the election. And in India we are having Ceylon model to show them as a particular symbol, because we may not be able to read your name because I am illiterate. Okay, so that way, but I am able to see the symbol. Yes or no? And if I am not able to see or I am not able to hear, then there is a braille system. Braille. Okay. Through braille people are also able to read, but if one is not literate or educated, then what should be the alternative? The Ceylon model. Right. Then if we talk about the fact that why first past the post system should not be there, should be replaced, then do you think that parochial loyalties can be there when the person is representing the people in the constituency? Now what is parochial loyalties? Particular caste, particular religion, particular region. So I am of that region, so I will be giving vote for a person who is a well-wisher of a particular caste or of a particular place, not the nation, not the nation. And do you find that uniformity will be there at the national level once the government is being elected from on the basis of heterogeneous and parochial loyalties? No. Then in the first past the post system, more and more populist measures will be there or not? More and more populist measure. What do we mean by populist measure? So cycle. So freebies. Freebies means mixie, TV. Yes or no? In Delhi? In Gujarat, there's a different case altogether. In Delhi, it is different case. Why? Hmm? Yeah. So it's already very much affordable there. In Delhi, it is sometimes very hard. That is why it was successful here in Delhi. So populist measure is more found in first past the post system. Now, if you compare it with the proportional representation system, in this, the small political parties, the individual candidate are not allowed to participate. Only two political party systems is very suitable for the proportional representation system. And the heterogeneous population is also not represented. But in this, the candidate is not representing the constituency, is not representing the people, but the candidate is representing the political party. Political party. Any candidate from political party. That's it. It means there is no relation between people. The accountability of people you are not having. You are accountable to the political party but not to the people and to your constituency. So this is indirect relationship. So it is relatively complex for a developing country or least developing country. Definitely relatively it is. But if you see the positive side of the story for PRS, stable, nexus is not possible, then comparatively under close watch of the autonomous bodies like election commission, yes, then you are not promoting the culture of making new political parties. The split between political parties not possible. You are able to have control on big political party because there is no greed. There is no expectation that I may be successful in floating one new political party and then I will be contesting election. Then more multi-party democracy, then more form of coalitions, right? Yeah. Though hmm, in in US इंडिपेंडेंट कैंडिडेट का कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है. नॉमिनेटेड का है. नॉमिनेटेड का कैसे है? आई टेल यू. देयर आर पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज. Two political parties are there in US, and when the president elections are taking place, the legislature is having its own separate election. President election is totally separate. There are 50 states. The seats have been divided in all 50 states equally. That is of Senate, right? That is of Senate. The lower house, it is different structure. Now, when the seats are there, they are sitting in the legislature, but on behalf of the seat, another person is nominated to represent the seat to come into the contact with people directly. Legislature cannot come in contact with the people directly. How it is happening, you see this here. So for example, this is the Congress. It is not coming with the people directly, but say for example X number is there in total. So certain X number will be there nominated by the political party and they will be coming with the people directly. Now when the president elections are held or is held in US, each state is sending two nominated people from each party and they are coming at a place and they are voting for a candidate. So for example, X and Y two candidate from two political party, and there are, say for example, you can say Z number of people nominated by X political party from different states. Say for example for Senate if we talk about 50, so there will be total 100 candidates. They will be voting in favor of a candidate, then on the basis of the majority principle, one will be victorious. Yes or no? So it is relatively complex. And then apart from voting percentage, 10% uh, voting weightage is coming from the speech debate between two candidates. And then after hearing such debate, people give voting. You need to understand, say for example, there is a competition between two people for means singing competition or dancing competition. So either of them will be impressing the crowd. Yes or no? The judges are there. So debate is there. So presidential candidate is betting, giving the kind of possible best bet from his side that yes, I am the person. One is convincing in the debate that I will do this, I will do that, I have done that, I have these many credentials. So that way it is. So if one is able to articulate, one's very good speaker, then of course people will be giving vote. Vote means only for that 10%, not the 90%. Complex or not? Okay, not complex because we are not familiar. Delhi was also complex on the first day, where to go, what to do for the newer people. But then now it is relatively fine. If there is no question mark of changing the room or changing the flat means roommate. Yes or no? Yeah. So then independent candidate here, PRS. No, there are two political parties. That's it. Independent candidate are not there. वो कांग्रेस पार्ट रीजनल यूएस के अंदर नो नो दे आर सब पार्टीज ऑफ दीज पार्टीज independent floating group is not there, means they are making new nomenclature, but they are subset of big political parties, two political parties. Yes, that's it. There is no new nomenclature, right? We can write one line about these two, then we can discuss about rest of the two. First past the post system. This system has been adopted from England for the general election of Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha. Vidhan Sabha means Legislative Assembly. For Lok Sabha and Legislative Assembly. Full stop. Under this system, the country is divided into various territorial constituencies, and each constituency elect one or more member to the legislature. Full stop. A candidate is declared elected from a constituency on the basis of plurality but not majority. Plurality but not majority of votes. of vote. Full stop. Any candidate who represent largest number of vote, any candidate who represent largest number of vote is declared elected. Declared elected. The advantage of FPTP, the advantage of FPTP, advantages of FPTP are: number one, it is simplest, it is simplest of all electoral system, all electoral system, and that was suitable to, that was suitable to Indian conditions. Indian conditions. And number two, it provide direct relationship, direct relationship between people, between people in a constituency, in a constituency, and a member of legislature, a member of legislature thus has accountable, the and a member of legislature thus accountable to the parliament, and such accountability can be ensured by the legislature, by the legislature. Full stop. Further, member of the house technically represent, their constituency, their constituency, and the voter, and the voter in the parliament, and not the political party, not the political party. The number third, this system, most of the time helps in formation of, helps in formation of stable government, stable government by providing, by providing for a single party majority vote, single party majority vote, right? Then right below this, the disadvantages are: it does not truly reflect, it does not truly reflect the popular support enjoyed by a political party, enjoyed by a political party in terms of, in terms of number of seats it wins in parliament, it wins in parliament, it means, after full stop, it means it overrepresent the larger political parties and underrepresent the small political parties. What is the meaning of this point? Hmm. How it is possible? Hmm. बिल्कुल. Hmm. So how many of you want to contest election today? Today in class? All? Hmm? लड़ेंगे किस चीज के लिए? So say for example, you guys maybe 10 or 10%. So you got ticket from X political party, whatever the name, and there are two candidates, and from Y political party, two candidates got the ticket. Rest of the six candidates are independent candidate. Are independent candidate? Yes or no? And they all are contesting the election. Now each one has the possibility of winning the election. Yes or no? And certain percentage of vote out of 100% of vote must be going to this section too. No? Possible? So for example, how much percentage you want to give to these independent candidate who will be losing, in fact? So you are not understanding this. Oh, okay, you have seen EVM? Okay, now. Symbols, name, the button. Button may be on this side. You will be pressing one button, one voter. So 100% population. For this person, certain percentage of vote. For this person, certain percentage of vote. And there are 6% also. Certain percentage of vote. Yes or no? So maybe 10%, maybe 9%, and then rest of the 81% you will have to divide equally. How much? No, 13%. So one will be the victorious here. If 13.1% we keep it here and rest of the people are lesser than 13 or like that, so then this is the person who will be the victorious. Now this is one constituency, and for Lok Sabha in India, how many constituencies we are having? 543. This game is happening in all 543 constituencies, and there is aggregate percentage of vote cumulatively added, and there are seats won by a particular political party. Say for example in Gujarat, or say for example, yeah, in Himachal. So something happened recently. So what has happened? If you see Election Commission of India website, there are two pie chart adjacent to each other. It is still alive, right? Very dynamic site, very beautiful site. If you see percentage of vote and you see the percentage of seat. So do you think that the particular political party like BJP winning the seats from Gujarat, or Aam Aadmi Party, how many seats it has won from Gujarat? Four or five? Six? Maybe six. So what is the percentage of vote? नहीं नहीं percentage of vote आप hmm? चेक करो भाई. So it is not in proportion to the seats it has won and the percentage of vote. It could be the fact that 2% if he is saying, it may be a reality. If she is saying 12%, sorry, otherwise 12%, 6 seats possible. 2% vote and 6 seat also possible. How? How it is possible? Because the fraction divided among the people. Only the one who has got the maximum vote in comparison. You're not getting my point. So for example, out of 100, only one person came for voting. 100 people. And there are 5 people. And this person got only that one vote and all people are getting 0. Who is the winner? 1. So whosoever is getting maximum number of vote is the winner. This is the main thing. Now what is the percentage of vote he has got? 100%. And it may be otherwise picture also. If 99% people are coming for vote and this person is getting maximum vote, maybe how much? Say for example 35 and rest of the 65 are divided. Yes or no? This is 100% victory on the basis of 30% of vote. Is there? Both the things. Vote share as well as seats. है ना? 12.9. 12.92 in Gujarat. And seats? Seats 5. So this is possible. Right? So please write next point. In case of multi-cornered contest, the bulk of electorate in a constituency may go unrepresented in parliament which goes against spirit of democracy. Did you understand this? Because these people, 65% of votes are going unrepresented, but this person won. 49.9% lost, 50.1% won. That is also not representation in terms of PRS that we will be discussing. Anyway, then next point. In case of multi-cornered contest, a candidate may get elected with support of low percentage of valid votes of valid votes, thus it encourages the political party to narrow their political base by establishing vote bank based on loyalties parochial parochial loyalties supported by religion, region, race, gender, caste, etc. For example, student vote bank politics, Yadav vote bank politics, Muslim vote bank politics, right? Then second one heading डालें proportional representation system, right in this. Under this system, the whole country is treated as single constituency, and only political parties are allowed to contest election, in election, comma, and individuals are from contesting election prohibited from contesting elections. Full stop. A political party is allotted seat in the legislature. A political party is allotted seat in the legislature in proportion to the percentage of vote it has obtained in the general election. Proportion to the percentage of votes obtained by it in the general election. So I repeat the whole sentence. A political party is allotted seat in the legislature in proportion to the percentage of vote obtained by it in the general election. So in FPTP, what was happening? 5 seats and 12.5% of vote. Here what will be happening? 12.5% of vote means 12.5% seats share will be there in the legislature. So just same proportion, but it will happen only for the two political parties. 50.1% political party, the government, 49.9% is the opposition. Okay. We are talking about PRS. I just compared this point with the previous one that you have noted in FPTP. We are talking about new system, that is proportional representation system. Okay. It is PRS is applied in case of president and vice president election, but not in the Lok Sabha election. The general election to Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha, only two general elections. PRS इसराइल में फॉलो नहीं होता है. इसराइल में बेसिकली टू लिस्ट सिस्टम फॉलो होता है, ऑल्टरनेट सिस्टम फॉलो होता है. प्लीज राइट. इन दिस. हाँ हाँ. These two elections are direct elections. Apart from these two, other elections are indirect. And these all the elections means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 are conducted by Election Commission of India. The other direct election means the person will be means me, you will be voting for the person directly. This is the direct election. So basically, apart from this, Panchayati Raj institutions, the municipality and the Panchayat, State Election Commission, right? State Election Commission conduct the election. Now for president, for vice president, for Vidhan Parishad and for Rajya Sabha, indirect elections are there. Indirect elections means this person will not be voting, but the person that has elected Vidhan Sabha, the person that has elected Lok Sabha will be taking part in these elections. So this is what a miniature nation. Miniature nation it is. They will be voting for it. It means there is indirect relation of this person with the president or vice president or Vidhan Parishad or with Rajya Sabha. So the relationship is indirect because it is through it. And this is parliament as well as state legislature. So it may be Lok Sabha, it may be Vidhan Sabha. That's it. On the basis of this person is able to communicate with these people. So in the president election, who's is taking part? Elected MP as well as elected MLAs. That's it. Understood? That's how it is. क्या होगा? भूख लग रही है? क्या? नींद आ रही है? कॉफी पी लो. Okay, so you were writing one line. What was that last point? Proportional representation system. Therefore, the individual who are nominated to the legislature represent their respective political party and not the people. Respective political party and not the people. Full stop. In case a member of house dies or resign, the vacant seat is filled by nomination by political party and no by election is held to fill up the vacancy. The advantages of this system are: number one, political parties are properly represented in parliament in proportion to their popular strength. The citizen can vote from anywhere in the country and there is no need to hold by-elections. There is no need to hold by-elections. Then the disadvantages are: number one, the system more often throw up hung parliament and political instability that lead to formation of coalition government. I'll tell you, lead to formation of coalition government, because there is anti-defection law is not there, so the member of a political party can join other political party. So that subgroups are available in that, but the name is not possible for them. Only the groups are there whose names are there as part of political party. But it is, you can say, for example, in Spain, Portugal and South Africa, such system is followed, PRS. For the general election, then please write the next point. There is no direct relationship between MP and people. Between MP and people. Then number third, the system tend to strengthen and promote the elite culture, and it suppress regional aspirations, and it suppress regional aspirations. Then fourth point, the individual candidate are not allowed to participate which is a denial of micro democracy at national level. Micro democracy at national level. Then third type of system लिखें, single transferable vote लिख लें, then I will make you clear this. Single transferable vote mechanism or system. It is also called as order of choice, or alternative vote, or a variant variant of FPTP system. FPTP, right? It is used in Australia for lower house election. The only difference between FPTP and STV, is that the STV uses majority principle. STV uses majority principle, whereas in FPTP plurality principle is followed. In FPTP plurality principle is followed. Right. So in STV also country is divided into various territorial constituency wherein people elect their representative wherein people elect their representative directly to parliament directly to parliament. Okay, so positives and negatives are similar to FPTP. That's next system, list system, fourth one. Under this system, a percentage of seat in legislature are filled up through FPTP, and rest of the seats are filled up through PRS system. Thus, people are given an opportunity. To elect their representative directly to the parliament, and political parties are given an opportunity to be represented in the parliament Let's stop. In Germany 50% seat through FPTP and 50% seats through PRS are filled. Full stop. In Italy 3/4% of seat are filled through FPTP and 1/4 through PRS. Okay, so both the way you are having representation as a political party but also as a candidate, and candidate can be represented only in FPTP, not the political parties. So it is a balance. Then the fifth one, two ballot system. No, The merit is not there, but it is a complex to an extent. Then the fifth one, two ballot system. Write in it. The member of the house are elected directly by people from single member territorial constituency, full stop. However, a candidate is declared elected from a constituency on the basis of getting majority of valid votes polled for him, POLLED, polled for him, full stop. If no candidate abstain, abstain means abstain the necessary majority of vote, comma, then two candidates who obtained largest number of vote are allowed to contest next round of elections in which one of them is victorious. One of them is victorious means elected. One of them is elected. Full stop. This system is followed in France. And Russia for president and lower house of parliament elections. Lower house of parliament election. Full stop. The Law Commission of India, Election Commission of India have recommended that two ballot system should be introduced for general election to Lok Sabha and Legislative Assembly. Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha means Legislative Assembly elections. General elections are possible only in two cases, Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha. Yes or no? For its obvious advantages, right? But the disadvantages, tired, little complex. So some of the concepts are. So disadvantages are: number one, it may increase the election time which may spread over a couple of months. Couple of months. And number two, it will increase the cost of holding election. It will increase the cost of holding the election. And number three, it may also lead to formation of unhealthy coalition based upon political vested interest. Political vested, VESTED, vested interest. List of further, the smaller political parties, by extending support to larger political party in second round of election may come to exercise undue political influence over the government without any constitutional responsibility. Right? Okay. Now the disqualification of members. Legislative assembly means the Vidhan Sabha, the lower house in the state. In your state also there is legislative assembly. So lower house is in the state in India called as legislative assembly in English. The Hindi nomenclature is Vidhan Sabha. Is there? Vidhan Sabha is there. In English it is called as legislative assembly. Direct election to it. The campaigning and all must be going on there to loudspeaker. So give vote to this political party. Yes or no? So legislative assembly in Hindi called as Vidhan Sabha, and the Lok Sabha in English called as House of People in India. The lower house basically in general. So the last election, did you understand? No? The two ballot system? Hunger is not allowing you to understand things? Hunger. Yeah. So what I think that after some break also we can resume the class. We have to cover so many concepts, you see. Why? Other class. Okay. So what I feel that the small list, this, God, this is the list. So we have to discuss now disqualification of MPs and MLA, Article 102 and 191. And then types of election we have discussed, CAT, death penalty, comparison among constitution. Hmm? हाँ तो वही कह रहा हूँ ना, because we can extend this class and then after break, do you want the class? Not a problem. No, this is actually will be covered. So hmm? Relatively the first paper we can give more time later on. ठीक है. Actually the civil society I have to take, right? Of course it is part of your paper 1. Okay, so civil society after these topics only it is possible, or no class after this class. So after some break we can meet again for today only, because I was seeing the rest of the things left in different chapters, so I thought that let me complete it only. In Mumbai, the national breakfast is vada pav. Vada pav. On the go, you may have it. The life is very fast. Vada pav. National breakfast for Mumbaikar. Never, never settle. So vada pav is that easy that you can carry in the bag. It's very small also. So here in India also, daily paratha, roll it, keep it in the bag or in the pocket and have it. Yes or no? Because without having paratha or kind of chapati and all or pulao, you will not be feeling satisfied at least for 2 hours or 1.5 hours. Or the UPSC meal, universal meal, Maggie. Yes or no? But to what extent you will be having Maggie? Atta Maggie, alternative. But anyway, so disqualification of the MLAs and MPs. Article 102 and Article 191. Article 102 says that in accordance with parliamentary law or in accordance with law enacted by the parliament, the disqualification rules will be followed. And in that sense, Parliament enacted in 1959 Prevention of Disqualification Act. Prevention of Disqualification Act. But this act did not define that what is attracting the disqualification. So disqualification may be because of office of profit. Disqualification may be because of anti-defection. Disqualification may be because of representation of People's Act violation. It is not defining. Now to begin with, office of profit. Now which office is of profit, if it has not been defined, so how will you be disqualifying the person? So for example, you are chief minister and one mine is allotted to you. Which state chief minister? Jharkhand. And before that, Chhattisgarh. Yes or no? Or you are wife of the legendary actor and you are a chairperson of a film division, but you are also a member of a house. Yes or no? Jaya Bachchan. Then is it an office of profit or not? You have to see this. So to done away with that ambiguity, at least for this matter, OOP, in Sibu Soren case, judiciary held that an office which is not given any salary, any allowance, any kind of benefit in terms of medical or other, can also be an office of profit. Only and only influential power by way of administrative power conferred upon this office will make this office as office of profit. Now, if we need to define an office of profit, means an office has been created by government law enacted by the parliament. Then number two, the office is having power given by the government. Then number three, such office is under the control of the government, right? Then the expenditure of that office, not to the person, the infrastructure, the manual staff, is given by the government, is office of profit. Now, a person is an MP or MLA, is part of a commission or of a committee, and if Parliament has exempted that an MP or MLA becoming a part of committee or commission is not office of profit, then one office will be exempted, right? So for example, NCSC and NCST, the Minister of Social Justice is becoming ex officio chairperson of NCSC and NCST. So is it an office of profit? Answer is negative. Now, if there is a doubt that still an MP has been given membership or chairpersonship of an autonomous body and it is counted as office of profit, and Election Commission of India has objected to, then court can overrule the Election Commission's disqualification. How? In Jaya Bachchan case, she was a chairperson of the film division in UP and she was an MP also. But court held that this is not an office of profit. But still, that film division chairpersonship is given 5,000 rupees, the medical facilities, the driver, the car, the house, everything. Why? The court held that already the personality or the person in question has a well-to-do status, has maintained things out of its own expenses, has not accepted any of the facility given by the office. So hence it should not be treated as a case of office of profit led disqualification case. Okay. Now anti-defection. Now anti-defection law in the schedule. Which schedule anti-defection law is all about? Schedule 10. And when it was brought? 1985, Rajiv Gandhi government brought it. 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act. And in the anti-defection law, it is not the election commission which is coming in picture. It is the speaker or the presiding officer of the house who is disqualifying the person, right? And for this, it was amended, right? Article 102, and in that, apart from Article 102 clause 1, Article 102 clause 2 was added, which is dealing directly with anti-defection, right? And apart from that, the Prevention of Disqualification Act has been amended, which is not an amendment to the Constitution, but amendment to the Constitution. Article 102 has been done for anti-defection, right? There are cases, the most important case is Shibu Soren case, wherein the definition of office of profit has been provided. Another case was there when the veto was applied by the then President Dr. Kalam for Madam episode, right, that I have already told you in the class. NAC, National Advisory Council, that she made, that every file from Prime Minister to the President going through NAC, and every ministry is sending this file to the Prime Minister office through NAC, so that Madam is de facto Prime Minister over the actual Prime Minister. Right. Now the bill was sent through House, through Lok Sabha to the President, that this NAC office is also not an office of profit, because actually Sonia Gandhi ji was member of the House, but she was not Prime Minister. But member of the House becoming NAC too or not, under the definition, maybe any salary has not been provided, but the influential and the administrative power has been provided. But then Dr. Kalam applied suspensive veto, sent the bill back. Now the media, the NAC is an office of profit or not, it was a matter of debate. And that's why the substantial influential powers were cut, because media is keeping a close watch on certain offices, which is curbing the constitutional post power, actually the power of Dr. Manmohan Singh, the then PM. You're getting my point? So this matter is actually every now and then noticed in every some of the episodes. Say for example in Jharkhand episode she is telling, because Chief Minister, who is an MLA also, and the Chief Minister is allotting himself one contract of mines, and it is not office of profit. How it can be? Then Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, to make the loyals happy, the loyals of Aam Aadmi Party happy, what he did, there is something called as parliamentary secretary. Parliamentary secretary who are appointed as part of the government, but they are not part of Council of Minister. In the Council of Minister, the three categories I told: Cabinet Minister, Minister of State, and Deputy Ministers. There are fourth category. There is fourth category called as Parliamentary Secretary. Now, many of the MLAs were appointed as Parliamentary Secretary. Why? Because in Delhi, it is only the 10%, the upper limit of the Vidhan Sabha size that you can have the ministers. In anti-defection law, I told that 91st Constitutional Amendment Act 2003 brought the upper limit, which is of 15% of the lower house. 543, 15% of Lok Sabha. How much? 83 around. I have given you the dictation in anti-defection law. No. But in case of Delhi, it is 10% to 10% of 70. 7. 7 में क्या होता है? In 7 nothing will happen. And many of the loyals are to be given medical facilities in AIIMS. Yes or no? Big car, big house, and you will need to appoint them as parliamentary secretary. So such case was registered in Delhi High Court. Then Delhi High Court says that no, that appointment are unreasonable. It is an office of profit. You understood? Because not called for, not required. Why have you appointed certain people as parliamentary secretary? What is that extra need? And what is the talent of these people? So Mr. Arvind Kejriwal ji did not require the talented people. He required what? Loyals. Whosoever had shown the mind, one was fired, including cephalogist. Who was cephalogist? No. Who is cephalogist? The one who analyzes voting behavior is cephalogist. The professor from Punjab. What is the name of that professor? I am also forgetting. Though I have worked with him. So when Arvind Kejriwal ji was sent to jail, he tried to assert in the political party. But Manish Sisodiya did not, never tried to even, in fact, assert himself in the political party. That is why he is still there as Deputy Chief Minister also. Because there is no threat perception in the mind of Mr. Chief Minister from him, from Manish Sisodiya ji. So he requires loyal primarily, and then talent come next to it. And of course it is so everywhere as far as political party is concerned. Now, disqualification of MPs and MLA, now it is happening in the state also. How to stop it? Number one thing, that the one who has selected them or the one who has helped them elected from people's side, one should give recommendation to the president that this person is not apt. And what's that body? Autonomous body, Election Commission. But it has not been accepted. Now the ball is in the court of either presiding officer. Presiding officer means the speaker. The speaker is of the political party. Then there is no upper time limit. Only 3 months time limit has been imposed by whom? By the court. And one tribunal requirement also, that MPs and MLA can go to the tribunal as far as the disqualification of them is concerned. But why? Say for example, I need to disqualify you. I am not disqualifying. Matter is within the legislature. Till the time matter has not been decided, court cannot come in picture because of separation of power. And the case is being lingered for months and you are harassed indirectly, then what will happen next? So this is the favor of the presiding officer of the speaker to the political party. You're getting my point or not? Now in actuality also it happens in the states. So it is a very subjective matter that what are the posts which are exempted from the office of profit definition, right? But this question is very important and can be there in prelims, so please write one line about it. Office of profit. Article 102 and Article 191 102 and 191 deals with office of profit issue. Office of profit issue. Article 102 says that Parliament can make a law to provide disqualification of a member for holding an office of profit, an office of profit. Accordingly, Parliament enacted Prevention of Disqualification Act 1959, which exempt certain office of profit OOP, whose holder whose holder shall not be disqualified from being member of the house, member of the house. Right. Neither constitution nor this 1959 act define OOP but the judiciary in Sibu Soren case 2001 defined OOP means office of profit as one ONE if it satisfied any of the following criteria. It satisfies any of the following criteria. Number one, it is government that makes appointment to the office. Number one, it is government that makes the appointment to the office. The number two, it is government that has right to remove holder from office. It is government that has right to remove the holder of office. Sleepy? Then number third, the government pays the remunerations RENU may RATION remunerations in cash or in kind. Kind means car, ration, staff. Then number four, the function performed by the holder are governmental in nature. The next, The government exercise any control, government government exercise any or some control over the performance of the office holder. The court further clarified that the court further clarified that an OOP, Office of Profit, need not necessarily confer confer any financial or monetary benefit any financial or monetary benefit, and it is sufficient to make one office as OOP if certain administrative, executive and influential powers have been given to the holder. Given to the holder. Right. Then right below this, Article 102 Clause 1 Subclause A authorize Parliament to make law like PODA 1959. Then Article 102 Clause 1 Subclause B says that a member with unsound mind should be disqualified. Unsound mind should be disqualified. Then Article 102 Clause 1 Subclause C says that a member who is undischarged insolvent should be disqualified. Undischarged insolvent means Diwaliya. Diwaliya means no. The person who is indebted cannot repay his loan. Would you like to make him the legislator? No. So in any sense, who is heavily indebted, right, means in tunes of thousands of crore rupees, and one is deserter, right? So Nirav Modi. So will you like to make him the member? Not possible. And before that, Vijay Mallya. No, he was an MP, but in between something came out, and then he deserted the country, right? So undischarged insolvent. Then third one, Article 102 clause 1 subclause D says that if a member is not citizen of India or one is friendly to foreign country, other country, friendly to other country should be disqualified. Then Article 102 subclause 1 clause 1 subclause E says that if a member is disqualified under any law like RPA, under any law like Representation of People Act, comma, should be disqualified. Should be disqualified. Okay. Then right below this, Article 102 subclause 2 was enacted in 1985, which says that enacted in 1985, which says that a member under Schedule 10 ADL anti-defection law should be disqualified by the presiding officer of the house presiding officer of the house. Right. Then in the states, right ahead of this, in the states, many ministers are given ex officio chairpersonships have been exempted from office of profit led disqualification, led led disqualification, right. In 2003, Jaya Bachchan case, judiciary rejected the election commission's petition seeking her disqualification as she held chairpersonship of UP Uttar Pradesh Film Division, UP Film Division, UP Film Division. The reasoning of the court, behind rejecting EC's disqualification petition, EC's election commissions, EC apostrophe S, EC's disqualification petition was that the office holder has well-to-do status, and has not accepted any of the benefit and has not accepted any of the benefit any of the benefit, right? Unlike this Delhi High Court DHC asked Delhi government to remove 10 parliamentary secretaries 10 parliamentary secretaries, that is fourth rank ministers, as it is construed as office of profit. It is construed. It is considered. Construed means considered. CONSTRUED. Construed means interpreted as. Construed as office of profit. Right? Recently, Jharkhand Chief Minister allotting mines to himself is also a case of office of profit, apparently. Perhaps EC's recommendations or opinions should be sought by the judiciary while deciding such cases. Right? यहाँ तक की बात समझ में आई? Now, if there is a question in prelims that consider the followings. Number 1, PM and CM are out of the purview of Prevention of Disqualification Act 1959. And number 2, every office that is not OP has been listed in the respective act under Article 102 and Article 191. And number 3, Article 102 has been amended 5 times so far. The number 4, ADL is not connected to Article 102. Very simple question. A, B, C, D. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4 and all are correct, none correct. मीन्स ट्रू कौन से है, मैंने ये नहीं पूछा फॉल्स है। अच्छा इसमें ट्रू और फॉल्स बताओ चलो। हैं फर्स्ट वाला फॉल्स है या ट्रू है? फॉल्स है। अब दूसरा हम्म अच्छा इसे छोड़ दो, I'll come again for this. We'll be devising smarter traps for you. एकदम से हो नहीं पाता ना, मीन्स ऑल ऑफ अ सडन। नो सेकंड confusing. How every office can be any extreme word in the question means that a statement is wrong. Extreme word means absolutely, certainly, every, none. These are extreme word. 99.9% the statement is wrong. This is a hint. So this is also false. Hmm. Hmm? बताया हाँ, आर्टिकल क्लॉज 102 क्लॉज 2 फॉर एडीएल false. ADL ADL is not connected to article 102. Connected है false. Easy question or not? Yeah, more than easy. Hmm. Okay, so just a question only, just to just have more clarity or sharpness. Now such question has been asked in 2019 in prelims, but rather than 4 there were 3 statements. Okay, cat, small topic. I'm not taking big topics so that. Now what do you know about cat? So cat is that body which works as a specialized body to look into the complaints made by the serving bureaucrats. Serving bureaucrats. Now in CAT, the normal judges who are selected or coming through NJAC kind of body, not there. Maybe retired one of them is there in CAT, but most of the members are the retired civil servants, generally IAS. Okay, so CAT member is enjoying the status of High Court judge or Supreme Court judge. the Supreme Court judge, right? The members are enjoying High Court judge status. The chairperson is Supreme Court judge status. Okay. Now, CAT is that added buffer zone between the serving IAS and the judiciary, which is providing the nitty-gritty, the homework already one of the stand decided for the complaint by the tribunal, which is helping the judiciary. Now CAT is having civil court power or criminal session court powers, civil court powers, and that is why it is working under 1908 CPC, Civil Procedure Code. You know, substantive laws and procedural laws. IPC is substantive laws or procedural laws? IPC, CRPC and CPC. And Indian Evidence Act 1872 procedural है. So what provides protect means punishment to you is substantial and or procedural? Substantial. So IPC is common for both, for CPC as well as CRPC. CRPC and CPC are procedural. Means what? What are the processes, like how will you be drafting the application, when it will be admitted, if it is to be rejected on what ground, then how the evidences will be cross-examined or will be examined, what are the stages. That is what? Procedural. Then after ascertaining the fact that you are guilty or not guilty, means convicted or non convicted, then the punishment will be decided. There are number of offenses and then punishment will be framed as per the IPC. So IPC section will be imposed. Now police is also working on IPC or CRPC. Both. So IPC section has been imposed. So imposing a particular section is a quasi judicial function of police or not? Now it is been approved by the judiciary, but when you register an FIR, it's a normal plain copy, but then they make a special report wherein the different sections they apply, and if judiciary is removing it or upholding it, it is a matter of the fact. Now if you need to go against the order of CAT, you are not satisfied with the decision given by CAT, being an IAS, you are in the state, can you appeal against the CAT order? Yes. Before 1976 the matter could be appealed only in Supreme Court, but Supreme Court was fed up with the pending of the cases, but then it has also allowed the high courts to work, right? So this is what we have for the CAT matters, but CAT is not that simple, because CAT is an umbrella body which is looking after the SAT also, State Administrative Tribunals. Now from SAT the appeal can come to CAT, or CAT should have different branches in the states which are termed as SAT. That is what I am asking. So if the CAT is having different branches in the states, then the appeal of SAT will be going to that branch of CAT or in Delhi? हेड ब्रांच होगी. So basically what happens that from set you can directly go to high court. Then high court will be asking the advice from the respective branch of the cat. This is the scenario. But then why set will come to the branch of cat or the cat headquarter? Then if at all, if both are connected to each other, then what is the meaning of having two bodies at the state level, the branch of cat as well as set separately? Hmm. Then what about the promoted IAS from the provincial services? So they will be coming under cat, not under set. So SAT has been established because of the linguistic factor that many of the provincial state like in northeast and in southern India, the cat people are not that comfortable. Maybe there is one solution that the retired bureaucrat from that state comfortable in that language is appointed as part of cat official or SAT official. Okay. So these are the matters of analysis. Any of the question depending upon the current affairs may ask. We may write one line about the conventional information. It was set up in 1985 under the Administrative Tribunal of Parliament Act of Parliament under Article 323A, which was added in the Constitution in 1976 by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. Constitutional Amendment Act. It consists of a chairperson, comma 16 vice chairpersons, 16, and 49 members, making it a multi-member body. Multi-member body. Retired bureaucrats and retired judges, High Court and Supreme Court both, retired judges are appointed by the president in it. Cat has all the power of a civil court. Cat has all the power of a civil court, and it works under CPC 1908. It works under CPC 1908. Stop. Any serving bureaucrat can approach cat to redress the grievances, to redress redress the grievances. Grievances means complaint at very inexpensive rate, with with more speed. Full stop. Originally, against cat orders, appeals against cat orders could be made only in Supreme Court, but in 1997 Supreme Court allowed high courts to admit appeal against cat orders. Currently, cat is having 17 branches across the state. List of has not only facilitated cat has not only facilitated inexpensive justice to bureaucrats, but also it has helped court in understanding the nitty gritty, NITTY nitty gritty. Nitty gritty means the small micro aspects. Nitty gritty means micro aspects of the case. Nitty gritty of the case by senior bureaucrats who have lived the same life lived the same life same life the complainant has. The complainant bureaucrat has, basically, right? So so it is a buffer zone. So it is a buffering layer between a bureaucrat in problem and the court, right? Similarly, for provincial services, state administrative tribunals have been set up with the similar corresponding provisions to redress their grievances right? So this is what we have for the cat. And then the death penalty. क्या वो नींद आ रही है? No? To be hanged till death. To be hanged till death. Section 302 of IPC. Doctrine of rarest of the rare. there are two things why the person should be hanged till death, and there is another thing that why the nib is broken when the judgment has been given by the court for the death penalty. मतलब अनलक्की हो जाती है वो निभ, इसलिए तोड़ देते हैं. So it is a convention without any objective reasoning to it. But anyway, so till death means there was a person in history, I don't know, who whose throat was very strong, and one could resist the hanging effect to the neck, that he is strangulated to death like that by the loop of the rope. So the person was also there and all people were waiting. So that's how to be hanged till death. Till the time means the person who is keeping kind of this portion intact. It is hard for the rope to have effect on this. But if you will be losing it, then automatically the rope will be getting in the kind of curve. So maybe that tactics. So yogi babas and all, they can develop any part very strong. Now the death penalty, if you look at the section 302 of IPC, under which the death penalty is given, the question is that the death penalty should be abolished or we should keep it. As of now, close to 140 countries have abolished death penalty, right? But now India is having it. Then what is the basic neutral strand that India is taking for having the death penalty continued so far? What is the bet? That the question is saying that yes, death penalty should be there, should not be abolished. Dr. Kalam, the then president, held that it is not the person who is at fault. So it means if it is not the person who is at fault, then the soul can be improved upon. The mindset can be changed. So death penalty will not serve the purpose. Then Dr. Kalam was also saying that okay, so many people you have hanged till death, but did you solve the crime? Is it imposing fear phobia in the mind of the criminal that okay, I'll be hanged till death, so I should not do this? The person is in another fold while doing the crime. One is not having idea that what will be next. Okay, so this is something which is there. But also when you say that if a person has been hanged, is no more, and a fact has been brought to the limelight that person was innocent, a wrong person has been hanged, then there is no point of return for certain mistakes. Instead, the person was given life imprisonment, then it was fine. But then the constitution is empowering the parliament to make a law that no one will be deprived of his life and personal liberty in accordance to the law, except in accordance to the law. Means the parliament can make a law to deprive the life of a person in certain cases, the criminal cases. Article 21 itself is providing the death penalty provision. You are getting my point? Now India is saying that okay, we are saying that the life imprisonment is a rule, but death penalty is an exception. As a rule of punishment, but death penalty is an exception which should be there for rarest of the rare cases, that it's not the murder or the crime or the wrongdoing has been done, but the process through which one has done something wrong. So if you need to be killed. So one thing is that you were stabbed to death and in a minute you are over, then it's fine. But you are over in 2 years time. Slow death. How harassful it can be. You are getting my point. So you have the stories that the people, the heroes of wartime and other people, different types of death, concentration camps. You're getting my point. So the process is very, very important. After murder, the person is eating the flesh of the dead body, talking to the dead body also. Hello, how are you? Like that, many people. Now, can you leave them again? And can they be, is there any scope to make them all right? Not possible. It is the rarest of the rare. So there was a case in Noida, Nithari case. Nithari is a place wherein the servant and the owner. So the babies, baby boy, baby girls going for tuition in the colony, 6 year old, 7 year old in the colony, like everyone is playing like. So they were kidnapping some of the baby boy or baby girl in just for 5, 6, 7 days time, doing everything, murdering them, then making curry out of their flesh and all, eating them, right? So it came to the limelight later on and it heralded the country, the security of the children in the colonies, gated colonies. Huh? Yeah. Hmm? कहाँ पे? Yeah, it is happening. Cannibals. No, extra cannibals. Different. This animal behavior is found in certain species. What is that species? In certain species, the mother is able to eat the hmm? Rabbit, dogs, scorpio. No, it is a necessary behavior. It is found universally in a particular species. Rabbits. Okay. Hmm? Necessarily. Then how they are? Hmm? Which species? Hmm. No, it's fine, but yeah, uh, हाँ, but universal behavior नहीं है generally. What I feel that universal behavior. So, dog are such a cutie, spy, especially. No, 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 they are not very dirty, but good looking, good looking, of course. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hmm. Okay. So these are the things that we need to understand. But in case like we have also ratified the resolution of United Nations General Assembly in 2007 that we will be having kind of stay on the death penalty. But the only thing is that if we are having Article 72 for the mercy petition exercised by the president, right, that you can go to the president clemency, then mercy petition, if it is there, then death penalty can be given. The person is not executed with the immediate effect. And then mercy petition, there is no upper limit that within 6 months or 1 year it has to be decided. You are getting my point or not? So there are provisions in the constitution itself which can balance Article 21, under which the death penalty is given. Right? There is more of it, but I feel that we will be talking about death penalty and we'll be having dictation tomorrow only. Okay. I thought that nothing I need to think as of now. We'll be completing, I think, the list whatever we have noted. टेलर वो वीडियो देखो ना, वो वाला समझ में नहीं आया देख के. I have made a video for this answer. Yeah. So there is a playlist in my YouTube channel and the thumbnail is having the words principle of action and principle of analysis. So basically mental revolution versus the shop floor management means Taylor was more on the side of principle of action rather than of analyzing the things. Functional foremanship, principle of action, not the analysis. But what he means, do you understand him as a classist? But other people say that he was an analytical man. So mental revolution is a word which was there to integrate the employees and the employer so as to done away with the trade union. This is principle of analysis, and principle of analysis gave birth to principle of action. You see one video I have made of 10-15 minutes. You have seen that? Did you understand that? Questions answered no. Okay. So it can be a question for you and I have the answer. I'll send it to you. You can read that answer. So see you tomorrow. Bye bye.